In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw this cute hedgehog in Procreate. I will show you all the steps so you can draw it even if you're a beginner in digital art. Before you start, make sure to download the color palette and that you have all my free brushes, including the all Patreon brushes that are free for all the free members of my Patreon. Link is in the description. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to draw more of me, learn some more techniques and styles, make sure to check out my Patreon. I add their new video every week. Link is in the description. And with all that being said, grab your drawing tools, relax, and let's start. Let's make a new canvas, A4 canvas from Procreate. And we are going to start with drawing an oval shape for the porcupine. Let's pick the color. Take color number 1. And let's pick a brush. I would like him to have a little bit of fuzzy edge, so for this we can go to my siakulaart special brushes and take this one, siakulaart Pencil Fuzzy. We can make here the brush size 100% and just draw a shape like this, an oval shape, and we can make it a little bit wider at the bottom like this. Okay, let's color this inside, so drag and drop the color in here, hold your pencil on the screen and you can swipe it to the left or right to adjust the color group threshold. Now we have here this line that is not colored, we have to color this manually. And now before we move on, we can move this more to the middle of the canvas. Let's take arrow tool. At the bottom, let's pick uniform option, turn on snapping, and now just move it over here so it will snap to the middle of the canvas. If you want, you can also change the size of this, make it bigger or smaller. Okay? When you finish, just tap over here. Right away, we can add here a little bit of texture. We can make a new layer for this, so tap on this plus over here, and we want this texture to be visible only on this shape, so we can set this layer as clipping mask. Let's tap over here and pick clipping mask. Let's pick the color, take color number 2, and now we can pick here a brush with a texture. For this we can go here to artistic and take here this hearts brush. Let's make the brush size 100% and just add it over here like that. And now this color doesn't look the nicest. We can adjust it by changing the blending mode of this layer. So let's open the layers. We can tap over here and you can see how different blending modes will change the way it looks. I'm going to set it here to hard light and turn down the opacity a little bit. I will make it here 57%. Okay. Now on the new layer we can draw a face. So let's tap here on this plus and let's pick the color. Take color number 3. And to draw the face we can pick a brush. Let's use here also like a pencil brush, but this time without the fuzzy effect. So for this one, let's go here to my siakulaart freebies brushes and take this one, siakulaart Pencil. We can make here brush size 23. And let's draw somewhere here in the middle a small triangle for the nose. Okay, like this. Now we can draw eyes. So let's just draw here small circles on the sides. And now we can draw his mouth and brows with a smaller brush size. Let's make it 8%. And here for the mouth we can just draw a line and an arc, like this on both sides. And for the brows, an arc going this way. We can add blush over here. For this, let's change the color. Take color number 4 And let's change the brush. Let's go here to charcoals and take 4B compressed. With the brush size 12%, we can draw here blush like this. Now we can draw his legs. Let's take color number 2. Let's change the brush. Let's go back here to Siakula freebies brushes and Siakula pencil. And we can just draw here small little shapes like this. And then here at the bottom going up. Okay, and this will be enough. Okay, and now we can draw his spines. And now actually I realized that I think I called it porcupine. Also the color palette is called porcupine, but we are actually drawing here a hedgehog. So I'm sorry for this. This will be a hedgehog, not a porcupine. Anyways, let's get back to drawing. So for the spines, we can pick color number 5. And we are going to make here a new layer for this. And we can now first just draw around this shape. We can use the brush that we have now. Let's make the brush size maybe 100%. And just draw here around it like that. Let's go all the way around him. And here on top, we can make a little shape like this. Let's color this inside. And now we can draw the spines with a different brush. So let's change the brush. Let's go to Siakula special brushes. Let's go down over here. And we can use here this one, Scratch. Let's make the brush size maybe 31%. And we can now just go around here, around this edge, drawing small lines like this. Let's go all the way around. Okay, and now let's do it also here on the inside. Okay, so we have something like this now. I think he already looks very cute. And now we can erase here ears. So for this, let's take the eraser. Let's tap on it again. And we can set it here to that Siakula pencil brush. So let's go to Siakula special brushes. And take this one, Siakula pencil fuzzy. Let's make the brush size about 25. And just erase here small ears like this. Now we can go back to the layer of his face. So this one over here. And we can just add here some pink color inside of the ears. So let's take pink color, color number 4. Let's change the brush. Let's take here that Siakula pencil fuzzy brush. And just add here a little bit of this pink color, like that. So now we can draw an apple on his head. For this, let's make a new layer on top of his spines over here. And let's pick a color. Take color number 6. Let's make here the brush size smaller, 17. And draw an apple shape. So a circle shape like this. And color this inside. Again, hold your pencil on the screen and swipe it to the left or right to adjust the color drop threshold. Now we have to go around here and fix here this edge. And now let's take a small break, and I would like to ask you to write the comment, "I can draw this." It would mean a lot to me. I would know that you enjoyed this video and I could see who is watching me. So thank you for doing that. And now let's go back to drawing. And now on a new layer, we can draw the little stem and the leaf. So let's make a new layer. Let's pick the color. Take color number 7. And just draw here a small little stick over here like this. And now for the leaf, we can take color number 8 and draw it somewhere over here. Let's color this inside. And the apple is finished. Now let's draw here some leaves. First we can draw a leaf in front of him. So let's make a new layer. Let's pick the color. Take color number 10. And let's pick a brush. For the leaves, I would like to use a different brush. We can go here to my all patrons brushes and take this one, dry ink. With the brush size 38, we can draw here a leaf. You can draw any shape of the leaf that you like. I'm just going to pick here a shape like this. And now let's color this inside. So drag and drop the coloring here. And we can leave it like this. So there's some empty spaces here on the edges. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. I think my leaf here is too big. So I'll take the arrow tool and with the uniform option, I can make it smaller like this. And adjust the position. Okay. Let's tap here to finish this. And now I would like to add here some other leaves in the back. So for this, let's make a new layer and we can put it behind his body over here. Let's change the color. Take color number 9. And we can draw one leaf over here. Maybe like this, I would like to draw it. Make sure you close your shape so you can color this inside. And now I would like to add a leaf over here, like this. And color this inside. Okay. Now before we start adding here some shadows and lights, I would like to move him down on the canvas just a little bit. So for this, I'm going to select all of the layers. I'm swiping on them to the right. And now I can take arrow tool and just move him down a little bit over here. Okay, maybe before we add light and shadows, we can add here a background color. So let's open the layers. We can go here to the background color. And we can take here this color, the last one on the palette, and that is the number 13. We can tap here on done. And now let's start adding here shadow, maybe to those leaves in the back. So let's go to this layer over here and let's make a new layer on top of this. We want to draw now only on those leaves. So we are going to set this layer as clipping mask. And for the shadows, we can change the blending mode of this to multiply. Let's take here our shadow color, color number 11. And let's pick a brush. I would like to add those shadows with some texture. So for this, we can go to charcoals and take this one, burnt tree. Let's make the brush size maybe about 25. And we can add it here like that. Okay, so close to the porcupine on the right side. And a little bit here at the bottom. And don't worry, this color looks weird now. We are going to turn down the opacity of this layer and it will look good. Let's also add some shadow over here on this side of the leaf. And now let's turn down the opacity. So go here and we can make it here maybe about 36%. Okay, now we can make a new layer to draw the lights. So let's make a new layer. We also want to set it as clipping mask and change this here to add. For the lights, we can pick color number 12. Let's add them now over here to the left side and top. Same also over here. And now turn down the opacity. I will make it here 18%. We can also draw some veins on those leaves. Let's make a new layer for this. Set it as clipping mask. And let's pick the color. Let's take color number 5. Let's change the brush. Maybe over here we can use one of those charcoal brushes. Let's take 4B compressed. Make the brush size small, 2%, and draw the veins like this. Same over here. Okay, and now let's change the blending mode of this layer so this will look better. Let's tap over here. And we can pick here this one, color burn. Let's turn down the opacity. I'm going to make it here 71%. Okay. We can now do the same to this leaf. Let's go to the layer with it. Make a new layer above. Set it as clipping mask. And first maybe we can add here the veins too. So right away we can change the blending mode of this to color burn. We can draw them maybe with a smaller brush size. Let's make it 1%. And draw them like this. Maybe here we can add some more veins. Make it more interesting. Okay. And turn down the opacity of this. I will make it here 48%. Now we can make a layer for the shadows. Let's put it under those lines, under the veins, and change the blending mode of this to multiply. Let's pick the color for the shadows. Take color number 11. And we can take here the same brush we used for this, so burnt 3. Let's add it over here to the bottom and right side, like that. And turn down the opacity. I will make it here 18%. And now let's make a new layer for the lights. It is already set as clipping mask. Let's change it to add. And take color number 12 to draw the lights here on the left side. Okay, like this. Let's turn down the opacity. I'll make it here 23%. Now we can add here light and shadow to the porcupine and apple all together. For this, we need to have that whole shape on one layer. So we are going to group all of those layers. Let's start here with the leaf on the apple. And now swipe on the right on the apple shape and on all of the layers for the porcupine. So all of these over here. We can tap here on group. And because I don't want to merge those layers together, I'm going to duplicate this group. So let's swipe on it to the left and pick duplicate. And now we can flatten this one. So let's tap here and pick flatten. And we have all of this shape now on one layer. And we can turn off this group. I like to keep it just in case I would like to go back maybe and change something. But now let's focus here on this one layer. Let's add here shadows. So let's make a new layer on top of this one. Set it as clipping mask and change it to multiply. Let's pick the color. Take color number 11. And let's change the brush. For this one, maybe we can use this one, 6B compressed. Let's make the brush size about 63. And let's add here shadows all the way here on the right bottom side like this. Okay, don't worry, this is purple. We are going to turn down the opacity of this. We can also add here shadows on the apple on the right side and the bottom. Let's make the brush size maybe smaller, 19. So we can be more precise here at the bottom of the apple, like that. And now here on the leaf. And a little bit here on the stem. Okay. We can also add a little bit of this over here with a smaller brush size, 9% over here on this side. And here on the ear, just a little bit. And here under the spines. And maybe some more here under this leaf. Okay, so now let's turn down the opacity of this. Let's make it here 10%. And I'm picking this number looking here at his body, because this color will go well over here, but maybe for the apple I would like to have some shadows darker. So let's make a new layer for this. Let's also set this clipping mask and change it to multiply. So now we can make here the shadows darker in the places we want them to be darker. Let's add it also here to the leaf. And now over here on the apple like this. I'll make the brush size bigger again. Okay, so like that. Maybe some darker shadows under the apple. And on this side over here. On the bottom of him. And I think that's it. Now we can turn down the opacity. Let's make this one 36%. And now we can be more precise over here. Let's make the brush size smaller, maybe 3%. And just make here this darker right under the leaf, like that. We can also draw here small line. Make it darker over here under the apple. Maybe here on his ear just a tiny bit. So I think the shadows are done, but let's make them blend nicer. We can take the eraser. Let's tap on it. Set it to the same brush. So let's go to charcoals and take 6B compressed. Let's make the brush size 31. Maybe brush opacity we can also turn down. Let's make it 68. And very lightly we can now erase here the edges, so this is blended nicer. Okay, so over here on this layer. And now let's go back to this first layer of the shadows. And also we can make it blend nicer over here. Okay. Now let's add the light. Let's go to this shadow layer over here, make a new layer on top, set it as clipping mask, and change it to add. Let's take the color for the light, color number 12. We have our brush. Let's make it large. Let's make it 32%. And we can add this here to the edge of him on the left side. Now brighten up his face a little bit, like this. We can also add a little bit here on this side, on the shadow side. And now on the apple. Let's make bigger light over here, like that. And now with a smaller brush size, 6%, we can add some light here to this stem and to the leaf. Okay, Let's turn down the opacity of this. I'm going to make it here 47. And right away now we can erase some of this. Let's take the eraser and just make it blend nicer. I think like this is nice. And now let's make one more layer for the lights to add here some extra highlights. Let's set this as clipping mask. Change it to add. Take the brush. And I will start here with the apple. I'll add here some nice highlight like this on this apple. Also here on the leaf. And now maybe here on the edge. And maybe some stronger light over here on him, like that. We can make the brush size now very small, 1%, and add some highlights in his eyes. And also on his nose. Okay. Let's turn down the opacity of this one. I will make it here about 47%. And now let's take the eraser and just erase it if you think you made it too strong somewhere. Okay, I think like this is nice. Now let's add some shadow under him. So for this we can make a new layer and put it all the way here at the bottom. Let's pick the color. Take color number 7. We can keep here the same brush that we have now. Let's make the brush size 28. And just add this over here like that. And don't worry, we are going to change the blending mode of this in a second. So let's just add here this shadow like this. Also here shadow from that leaf. Okay, just something like that. Let's change the blending mode of this. Set it here to overlay. And now this is very light. We can duplicate this layer. So swipe on it to the left and pick duplicate. Now this will be too dark. We can turn down the opacity of this. I'm going to make it here 42%. And now to make some darker shadows, we can make one more layer. We can change the blending mode of this to multiply. Make the brush size smaller, 10, and make it darker right under him. Also over here from that leaf, a little bit darker. Okay, so just like that. Let's make it darker. And now turn down the opacity of this. I will make it 42%. And now in the end, I would like to add here some sparkles, some lights in the background. So for this we can make a new layer and put it here all the way at the bottom. We can change the blending mode to add. And let's pick the color. We can take for this color number 12. And let's change the brush. Let's go here to the all patrons brushes and take this one, fluffy texture. With the brush size 75, we can just add it here like that. I think this will make this illustration more cute and more interesting. Now let's turn down the opacity of this. I will make it here 61. Okay. And we can do it one more time. So let's make one more layer. First we can add this so we can see the color. Okay. And now let's change the blending mode of this. Let's see what will work the best. You can check all of the blending modes. I think it looks nice here with this color burn, but let's turn down the opacity. Let's make it very, very subtle. I'll make it here 41. Let's see. Okay, I'm happy with this. And now maybe let's adjust the opacity of the add layer over here. Let's make it a little bit stronger. Let's make it 72%. And now in the end, we can make this illustration look a little bit nicer by adding here some lights on the shadow sides. So let's go back to our lights. Let's start here with those orange leaves. We have our light color. And let's take here brush. Let's go here to charcoals. And we can use here the 6B compressed. Let's make the brush size small. 6%. Brush opacity 65. And very lightly we can add here this light on the shadow sides. So over here like that. To make this a little bit brighter over here. Like this. Now let's go to this leaf over here. To the layer with the lights on it. Let's make it brighter on the shadow sides. Just like that. And now let's go to the layer with those extra highlights maybe over here on the hedgehog. So let's add it here to those spines on this side. Like that. Let's just be very light over here. And now here on the apple. Over here. And now here on that leaf. I think this looks now a little bit better. So now this illustration is finished. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you can share your drawing with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. And if you would like to draw more of me, don't forget to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!